What's going on, folks? It's Nike and welcome to a brand new MyGM episode featuring the Boston Celtics. And before we get into tonight's gameplay featuring our newly acquired superstar, Mr. Klay Thompson, we are going to go through a trade that features Kyle Korver in exchange for Courtney Lee. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute from now, why I decided to pull through with this trade. But for now, let's take a look at the New York Knicks, who got our former teammate Paul Millsap on their team, and as you can see, he is actually doing quite nice. And the same can be said about Carmelo Anthony, who leads the team in scoring, and I believe in rebounding as well, if I saw that right. But for now, it is up to Klay Thompson to step up his game, because he needs to make sure that he stops Carmelo Anthony from getting all of those points and of course rebounds as well. We got Klay Thompson starting as the small forward on our team, and that means he's matching up against Carmelo Anthony. But for now, let's get into this gameplay commentary and see how we're actually going to be able to go up against these New York Knicks. For now, we got Andre Drummond in the paint doing whatever he wants to. And as we got Carmelo Anthony going up against Klay Thompson, he falls to the ground. He is currently out of screen, but look, he is not getting back on offense. Klay Thompson being left wide open. He couldn't get that first shot to go, but on his very next attempt, yup, there we go. You cannot give Klay Thompson two wide open looks back to back. But right there, as you can see, we got Carmelo Anthony unfortunately down on the ground, limping and ultimately leaving this game with a broken ankle. That is some terrible news for the New York Knicks right there, and it definitely should help us out to get this win. But for now, let's quickly talk about the fact that I decided to trade Kyle Korver and a first round draft pick in exchange for Courtney Lee. Now, most of you might say, Kyle Korver, he is the best three-point shooter in this game. He actually has a 99 three-point rating, but for some odd reason, it just felt like he wasn't converting any shots whenever he was out there on the court and I was controlling him. So with that being said, I decided to mix up this team a little bit and acquire Courtney Lee. He is 4 years younger than Kyle Korver and a little bit more athletic as well, and that kind of falls into the things that I'm looking for in my players out there. I want them to be great, versatile players that are also athletic, and I'm pretty positive that Courtney Lee is falling into those categories, and I'm hoping that he is going to be that spark coming off the bench for our Boston Celtics. But so far, it seems to be Jarnell Stokes. Look at him flying in for a huge slam dunk right there. This dude is definitely going to see some more minutes, as he is now officially a part of our bench rotation. But right there, we got Courtney Lee going up against Tim Hardaway Jr. And look at him getting very, very lucky on that jump shot right there. But that speed, that quickness, and the ability to knock down fadeaway shots like that, that is something that Kyle Korver didn't have on this team. And given that we do have Klay Thompson, I think we're pretty much fine when it comes to floor spacing. So right there, we get another defensive stop, and it seems like Paul Millsap, he just doesn't know how to go up against Andre Drummond. And check out Marcus Smart! Oh my goodness, people! Marcus Smart! Yup, I forgot to mention, but he is now officially our starting point guard on this team. I decided to give it a try and see how it actually works out. Giannis, look at him go! Oh my goodness, we are just dunking all over these New York Knicks right now. And I'm pretty sure that is something all of you Boston fans out there would love to see in the real NBA as well. Can you imagine these Boston Celtics actually being a team in the real NBA? We would go 82-0, no doubt about it. But now, back with our bench unit out there, Rajon Rondo finding a wide open Giannis. You cannot sack off of him. He is now officially a three-point shooter. Not a knockdown shooter just quite yet, but he can definitely get them to go consistently when he is on fire, of course. And talking about being on fire, look at Giannis finding Courtney Lee right there. And again, this is part of the game that Kyle Korver didn't have, and I'm certainly excited that we now have Courtney Lee on this team. He is just a beast. Highly underrated as well. And as we're currently up by 3, we got a new player out there. Well, not really new, but someone who is finally getting some minutes. Mr. Pressey finding Avery Bradley right there for a wide open look. And as we're now up by 5, we get another defensive stop. Klay Thompson with the rebound, getting the basketball to Avery Bradley. And look, right back to Klay Thompson again, and him, oh my goodness, you cannot leave this guy wide open from behind the three-point line. He is definitely a knockdown shooter, but as we're now looking to close out this game, look at Klay Thompson right there, the step back three. You wonder where he got that from. I'm pretty positive that he got it from his former Splash brother, Steph Curry. Look at that beautiful shooting motion right there. That is definitely an unstoppable jump shot right there. And as we're taking it back into the post, Andre Drummond doing whatever he wants to against Kofus or Kufus. Oh my goodness, I'm pronouncing these names wrong. But as we got Kofus missing that free throw, we are back on the attack, looking to score some buckets quickly. And look at that beautiful ball movement right there to create a wide open layup for Avery Bradley. And as you can see at this point in time, we are pretty much running away from the New York Knicks. We are now sitting on a double-digit lead, and right there, all we need to do is throw an alley-oop to Andre Drummond, because the biggest guy in the paint right now for the New York Knicks is Amare Stoudemire. And with that being said, we are now sitting on a 12-point lead. We get another steal, and check out Andre Drummond taking it all the way for a huge windmill dunk to officially throw down the dagger of tonight's game. And as we got the game clock winding down, we got Klay Thompson taking the half-court shot. He couldn't get it to go, but overall, we are walking away with a great win against the New York Knicks. However, I cannot be too excited about it, considering that Carmelo Anthony left this game at the beginning of the first quarter. But with that being said, we saw a huge performance by Klay Thompson in his first game as a Boston Celtic. And of course, Andre Drummond walking away with 14 points and 10 rebounds. But on that note, that is it for me. Stay classy, folks. Cheers, Nike.